Senate supports military reinforcements in Northeast, commends gallantry of personnel in curbing security breach.
Sustainability plan must be factored from day one.
Ministry of Livestock Development charts path on impactful delivery of livestock productivity and resilience support projects. And on 2025 Hajj, NACON targets May 24 completion. Airlifts more than 33,000 Nigerian pilgrims after over 80 flights. Hello and welcome to the News Desk at 6 on NTA News 24. We are reaching you live from Abuja. I am Stella Inameti. Senators commended the gallantry of Nigerian security personnel in curbing security breaches in the Northeast and urges sustained efforts at tackling insurgency by establishing a military base in Hong local government area of Adamawa State. This was in response to a matter of urgent importance raised by Senator Iya Abbas, co-sponsored by other senators from the Northeast, which highlighted recurring attacks by insurgents on communities, noting that prompt reinforcements would prevent further attacks.
To ensure reinforcement to the existing personnel of the Nigerian Army and also other security agencies.
Senators passed for second reading bill that seeks issuance of licenses and monitoring of private employment agencies in Nigeria and refers the bill to Senate Committee on Labor and Employment for further legislative action. Meanwhile, Borno State Governor Babagana Umara Zulum is acknowledging the gallantry exhibited by the Nigerian military in repelling the attack on Ran, headquarters of Kala Balgi local government area, even as he calls on the federal government to secure the area, being the only community standing in the local government area. Mohammed Goni reports that the governor made the call when he visited the area where he passed the night as part of strengthening community resilience and boosting the morale of personnel.
Situated 35 kilometers away from Gamborunga local government run headquarters of Kalabalge is a community in Borno Central Senatorial Zone that faces myriad of challenges ranging from insecurity, perennial flooding, which cuts the community from other parts of the state, and elephant invasion. Governor Zulum's visit came in the wake of explosion of landmines on the highway, which claimed about 23 lives and attack on the military formation in the community. The governor, who spent a night in Ron, separately met with the military personnel, the volunteers that include CJTF, hunters and vigilante, where he commiserated with them over the attacks and loss of lives of scores of soldiers and lauded the gallantry of the security forces, which led to a heavy casualty on the side of the insurgents.
I'm appealing to the federal government, I'm appealing to the Nigerian army that we should do everything possible to maintain this particular local government headquarters. I've said it all, that government of Borno State and the people of Borno State appreciate what they are doing because they have defeated the insurgents that came a few days ago. But nonetheless, I'm also appealing to them that we shall do everything possible to keep this town on ground.
Professor Zulum, who announced donation of 10 security vehicles to the military, also announced increase in the number of volunteers in Run to complement efforts of the military, and also have on the need to strengthen resilience and enhance synergy among them. The governor also supervised distribution of food items to about 10,000 households who lost their farm produce to flooding and elephant invasion, with each male and female heads of households receiving 225 kg bags of sorghum with a pledge of financial support to them and a fabric for the female residents at a later time. The governor assured the residents that government will soon initiate modern irrigation farming in the area to enhance food sufficiency. In Ron headquarters of Kala Balge, Mohamed Goni, NTA News.
Governor Abdurrahman Abdulrazak of Kwara State, Chairman, Nigeria Governors Forum, and APC Coordinator for North Central is cordially inviting members to the APC North Central Stakeholders Meeting. Date is Wednesday, 21st May 2025, time 7 p.m. and venue is Lagos Ocean Hall, Transcorp Hilton, Abuja. According to a release signed by the APC North Central Zonal Chairman, APC National Vice Chairman, North Central, Honorable Muazu Bawa Rajao, OFR, the meeting presents a crucial opportunity for party members to reflect on the strength of the party in the zone, evaluate their progress, and strategize for the future. The convener thereby looks forward to stakeholders' valued presence and contributions. The House of Representatives has asked the Federal Ministry of Finance and relevant agencies to expedite payment of palliatives approved by the Tinubu administration for federal pensioners. The resolution follows the adoption of a motion highlighting the plight of pensioners who have been awaiting the payment of the palliative awards announced since 2023.
Aware that President Ahmed Tinubu in October 2023 approved a 25,000 naira wage award, palliative and additional 32,000 naira pension increase for federal pensioners in Nigeria. All the Federal Ministry of Finance to release all withheld palliative measures and ensure timely disbursement to alleviate the sufferings of pensioners. How can you keep palliatives from Nigerian people that has been approved? If we do an investigation and we act on it and let some heads roll, that will serve as a deterrent for others. 2 weeks will make sure this motion and the prayers of this motion is implemented so that our pensioners can get what is their due.
In another resolution, the House canvassed for rehabilitation of the Barrow Inland Port in Niger State to facilitate economic growth and development.
With the Barrow physical infrastructure, development of basic equipment, and its commissioning in 2019, the port remains non-operational due to infrastructural and logistical challenges, including poor access roads, railway connectivity, and the absence of a comprehensive operational framework.
The Nigeria Forest Security Service has commended President Bola Tinubu for proposing to the National Assembly the establishment of a National Forest Guard to secure the ungoverned forested regions in the country. Olajide Bello reports that the NFSS Commander General Joshua Oshetimei appealed for the service to be the nucleus of the Guard.
In the heart of Nigeria's dense and shadow forest, whispers of change began to rustle through the trees. For years, this vast region had been plagued by illegal loggers, poachers and criminal groups who used the cover of thick canopies to hide their dark deeds. The people living on the edge of this forest lived in constant fear until now. The Nigeria Forest Security Service, a quiet but determined agency, had long fought to protect the country's green lungs. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu proposed something bold to the National Assembly, the creation of a National Forest Guard, a specialized force to reclaim and protect Nigeria's ungoverned forested lands.
The recent bill of NFSS is a perfect agenda for this proposed National Guard. Nigeria Forest Security Service should form the nucleus of this initiative. because we have our tentacle, we have our structure in all the 774 local government, in all the 36 states of the country.
Intelligence is the bedrock, is the heart of security. I keep saying we are the missing link, and I still stand by that Forest Guard were the missing link of the security architecture of Nigeria.
A new chapter was beginning if the National Assembly approved the proposal. Nigeria's forest would no longer be a hiding place for danger, but a sanctuary of life and pride for future generations. Olajide Bello, NTA News.
Economic experts have weighed in on the Monetary Policy Committee's decision to hold rates steady, citing that while prices may decrease, the economy has undergone significant adjustments. The experts on NTA Good Morning Nigeria emphasized that the focus should be on enhancing purchasing power of citizens and advised individuals to adapt to the economic pressure by expanding their earning capacity and exploring additional income sources. Ekamini Williams has details.
The Central Bank of Nigeria has decided to keep its monetary policy rate at 27.5% following its 300th Monetary Policy Committee meeting. The decision comes after Nigeria's inflation rate showed signs of easing, dropping to 23.71% in April 2025 from 24.23% in March. The CBN expects a gradual decline in price levels, which should provide some relief to the common man in Nigeria.
That's your trader in Ogboglogo market need a stable price, low and stable price, to be able to predict what will be his or her profit in the future. What we are trying to do is to see that prices are stabilized so that the local farmer is able to buy his inputs at a price that he can predict and is able to sell and make profit.
The truth of the matter is that the historical economic behavior has caught up with us. That's the truth. When we're supposed to run an efficient, perhaps market-driven economy, we're running a dependency economy, and now we are trying to redress those errors of the past.
Economic experts on the program emphasized the importance of prioritizing production, output and exports to achieve a stable economy and a globally competitive naira.
If you want us to have our currency strengthened, it is in our balance of payment position. And what that means is that we should export more than the imports that we bring in.
What you should do is to expand your earning capacity. Please expand your earning capacity. If you are working and what you work on is between 9 to 5, please find a way to find extra income so that you can bear with the current pressure.
The experts believe the central bank's current approach is a step in the right direction, noting the stability of the naira's value and narrowed gap between the official and BDC rates, which is essential for businesses and investors. In Abuja, Ekemini Williams, NTA News.
By the close of the day, over 33,000 Nigerian pilgrims would have arrived Saudi Arabia for the 2025 Hajj after over 80 flights, representing over 79%, as more states complete the airlift of remaining pilgrims ahead of NACON's May 24 scheduled completion date. Tokbe Alabi has an update on the airlift of Nigerian pilgrims for this year's Hajj.
The National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NACON, has successfully airlifted 33,689 pilgrims, representing over 80% of the total pilgrims for the 2025 Hajj exercise operated since the commencement of the airlift operations on May 9, 2025. This development was achieved through 82 flights operated. Many states have concluded their airlift operations, including Adamawa and Plateau, those with one flight only to complete their operations this Wednesday include Bauchi and Gombe states. Jigawa State and the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, are also expected to complete their pilgrim airlift this Wednesday, as Kwara State, with 137 pilgrims remaining, will conclude by joining a Kano Max Air flight Wednesday afternoon. Meanwhile, Benue pilgrims will join pilgrims from the south-south section to undertake a combined and only flight from the region on May 23rd, marking the last phase of the airlift for the area. NAHCON's chairman, Professor Abdullahi Saleh Usman, in a release by the Assistant Director, Information and Publication, Fatima Sanda Uzara, noted no flight cancellation have been recorded since the airlift began, but however admits deliberate minor delays were arranged to allow for the proper cleanup and the congestion of hotels in Medina, especially with the surge in arrivals. Such cleanup procedures, according to the release, are standard operational procedures following vacation of rooms during the Hajj season, saying this goes unnoticed during initial airlift periods, but cause misinterpretations at peak periods when a higher number of pilgrims are on the ground requiring immediate turnover. NAHCON acknowledges the Nigerian pilgrims and entire communities for their goodwill, patience and prayers, and reaffirm the Commission's resolve to ensure a smooth Hajj for every pilgrim. Tokwe Alabi, NTA News.
This is the News Desk at 6 on NTA News 24. More reports when we return.
Pleased to announce encouraging news from the National Bureau of Statistics, which released the Consumer Price Index, the CPI, for April 2025 only yesterday. According to the report, the headline inflation rate for April stood at 23.71%, This represents a decrease of 0.52% from the 24.23% recorded in March 2025. Similarly, month-on-month inflation dropped by a notable 2.04% from 3.90% in March to 1.86% in April. This, of course, did not just happen by chance. The President is focused and is determined, and his determination and his interventions are clearly paying off. The benefits of reform, though gradual, are real and measurable.
Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. The Livestock Infrastructure Sustainability Development Plan has been identified as a key component of driving impactful projects and programs that can serve generations in the industry. This came to the fore during a session organized by the Ministry of Livestock Development to chart a path on the impactful delivery of livestock productivity and resilience support projects. Yusuf Jika reports.
Developing a strategic livestock development plan across 20 states is top-notch on the agenda of experts during this brainstorming session facilitated by the World Bank Support Project.
How infrastructure developed under LPRES can be sustained in terms of operational sustainability, financial sustainability.
Sustainability of projects with life-changing impact is driving key resolutions, with the Ministry of Livestock Development taking the center stage with a touch of the renewed hope philosophy in the industry.
That sustainability plan must be factored from day one so that people can continue to harvest the benefits and the opportunities inherent in those projects.
We want to have a comprehensive framework on how to maintain this our infrastructure both at the national and the states, so that for the benefit of the livestock farmers and also to sustain it even beyond LPRES lifetime.
We want to do things differently, right? We want to get it right, We want value for money. We want operationalization. We want functionality. We want to see things working. We want to move away from the conventional approach of investing in infrastructure in Nigeria.
The outcome of the deliberations will also serve as a major game changer for compliance with resolutions in propelling a guaranteed future of lasting infrastructure. In Abuja, Yusuf Jika, NTA News.
Nigerians will have to join the fight against food insecurity and insufficiency by embracing Every Home a Garden initiative of the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Tinubu. Kingsley Ononiwu reports that the First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, gave the advice while flagging off the distribution of agricultural inputs to women and youths in Imo State. The report is here presented.
Flagging off the distribution of the agricultural inputs to Imo women and youths, the First Lady of the nation, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, represented by the wife of Imo State Governor Chioma Uzodimma, noted that the role being played by farmers in nation building cannot be overemphasized. She therefore enjoined every well-meaning Nigerian to embrace the Every Home a Garden initiative of the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Tinubu in order to ensure food security and sufficiency in the country.
Without our farmers, there is no food, no prosperity, and no Nigeria. Yet, for so long, our farmers, especially women and youth, have faced challenges such as limited access to resources. The Renewed Hope initiative through the Agricultural Support Program is changing that narrative by providing targeted support to these crucial groups.
The First Lady also advised the beneficiaries to make good use of the agricultural inputs.
I urge you to use them diligently, share your knowledge, and inspire others in your communities. By empowering women and youth, we are fostering entrepreneurship, reducing poverty, and strengthening Imo State's economy.
Winners of Every Home a Garden competition were rewarded by the wife of the president with various cash gifts. Members of Young Farmers Club were also inaugurated.
And from Kogi State, the governor, Ahmed Usman Ododo, has presented food items, clothes, and other incentives to 1,500 widows in the 21 local government areas of the state. This is to cushion the effect of hardships experienced by widows in the state. Ajibola Christopher reports.
1,500 widows from the 21 local government areas of Kogi State are benefiting from government food outreach in the state. Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo, who sympathizes with the widows, saying that the duty of leadership is to stand with those who have no hope in life.
Beyond this, we are laying the foundation for something greater, a support system that includes skill training, access to health care, small businesses funding, and education for your children.
Governor Ododo encourages the widows, saying they are not alone, not forgotten, and their pains will not be ignored, stressing that his administration recognizes widows' presence to better their lives.
We are not here to console you with words alone. We are here to wipe tears and replace them with opportunities.
The governor appreciates his wife, Safinat Ahmed Usman Ododo, for her compassion and strength, taking the plight of widows as sacred, not just the First Lady, but as a woman who feels what others are going through in life. Governor Ahmed Ododo also appreciates President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his wife, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, for their care for the poor and the vulnerable, which he says has inspired many across the country. Coordinator of widow support groups in the state, Ojone Atta, speaks.
We also want to acknowledge that this is the first time Kogi State widows and the less privileged are feeling the impact of great hospitality and love.
The food support outreach for widows is a project of well-meaning individuals and organizations. Ajibola Christopher, NTA News.
The family, they say, is the first learning ground for every human being. This is why the president of the International Family Pageant, Queen Hadassah Al Laputa, has come up with an initiative to reignite family values through its forthcoming pageant. The president says the visit to Nigerian Television Authority is to cement the existing relationship and collaborate in promoting its initiative, especially as NTA is the largest television network with the widest range.
NTA is the largest network with global reach. So we believe that our collaboration with the NTA, we can reach more families and more people that will be impacted and through the family pageants.
Throughout our statement, like we have a social ties with this organization, and NTA will continue to partner with you to ensure that your social political achievement has been actualized.
The group presented letters nominating NTA on the Family Hall of Fame 2025 by the International Family Pageant, Royal Cabinet and Ambassador, African Union Agenda 2063 to the Director General of NTA. And that concludes the news desk at 6 on NTA News 24. Thanks for watching. I am Stella Inameti.